what is up, you guys? You're watching Tatiana's Tiny Zoo. I'm Tatiana, and today we'll be feeding some of my tarantulas. I wanted to take an opportunity to show off some of my creepy crawly friends and showcase each of their unique personalities, because surprisingly, they're all very different spiders. We'll take this as an opportunity to chat about how they're different from one another, and you'll get to see most of my collection eat some crickets. Let's not waste any time and get right into the feedings. We're starting off big, furry, and friendly with my curly-haired tarantula, Shelly. This tarantula is the definition of a pet rock, or in this case, a pet box of dirt. That's because she spends 99% of her time in one of her two burrows. You can see the entrances to her burrows on the right and left side. I know she's hungry because she'll stick her front half out of her burrow entrance, but in today's case, she's facing the wrong way. So I thought she grabbed this cricket, but it ended up hopping away. Let's try another one. You can really see how gentle and calm she is when taking crickets from my tongs. She's generally very slow moving and docile. This calm personality is common among New World tarantula species. New World tarantulas come from North, Central, and South America. They generally have weaker venom, with reports stating that it's very similar to a bee sting. But these species do have urticating hairs, which means that when these spiders feel threatened, they can kick the hairs off of their bodies, and the hair acts kind of like fiberglass. If it gets on your skin, it can cause an itchy and irritating rash. Shelly has actually never gone up into a real threat pose, and she's only kicked hairs at me when I moved her into a new enclosure. As long as we're respectful towards animals and understand their body language, they have no reason to fear us and defend themselves. Let's move on to Harper, my red rump tarantula. As you can see, Harper spends most of her time inside of her burrow, but she will always come out for feeding time. She's also a New World tarantula, although she's got a more skittish attitude than Shelly does. She's always very calm when taking food off of tongs, and once she's gotten her food, she turns right back around to go into her burrow. But she did give us a great view of her spinnerets. Spinnerets are actually an organ, and it's how tarantulas, spiders, and other insects create their webs. Harper actually ended up sitting like this with her butt out for over 20 minutes while she ate her crickets.
I don't think we need a catch cup.
Go get your catch cup. Stop paying attention on the camera and go get the catch cup.
Last on my New World list is my Brachypelma Amelia, or my Mexican Fireleg. And despite supposedly being a calm species, she's the most, let's call her spontaneous. She's climbed halfway up my tongs before, so now I just drop crickets in with her and let her catch them herself. This just goes to show that not all New World tarantulas will act the same. Let's watch that again in slow motion. Poor cricket. Anyways, let's talk about some baby tarantulas. A baby tarantula is called a sling, and this sling is my C. darlingi. These guys are super cool. When they're adults, they grow this really unique horn on the back of their carapace, and scientists don't really know why it's there. This is an old world tarantula, which means they come from Africa, Asia, and Europe, and although they don't have urticating hairs, they do have more potent venom.
Let go. Let go! Let go!
This darlingi has been an amazing eater for me, so I dropped in a second dead cricket which it ate after I finished filming. Another sling that I have is my Arizona Blonde, or my Ornamental chalcodes. You guys are learning a lot of Latin today. Let's see if she eats.
Oh.
That was a no.
That was a no. That's
That was
fair.
a big
We
no.
look like we're gonna molt soon, so.
Yeah, we look like a friggin'
Grape.
skin right now.
Now, this sling is pretty obviously gonna molt soon. When you start noticing them look a little more like a tick than a tarantula, especially when the rear end starts to go bald, that's a good sign that a tarantula is in pre-molt, and it's pretty common for them not to eat at this time. Once she molts her exoskeleton, she'll be bigger than she is now, and she'll be hungry again. Now, I want to show off one invertebrate that's not a tarantula, but it is still an arachnid. and that's my Asian forest scorpion. This scorpion is still a baby, but Asian forests are one of the largest scorpion species in the world, so this guy has a lot of growing to do. And even though these look kinda scary, their venom isn't very potent. A good rule of thumb is the bigger the scorpion, the less dangerous their venom is. So it's really the small species that you should be worried about. Scorpion females are also really good moms. They carry their babies around on their backs, which I think is super cute. Now let's feed my P. regalis, or my Indian ornamental tarantula. This is an impressive old world tarantula with a feisty attitude, but she's always out on display and showing off her unique coloration. This is an arboreal species, which means they live in trees and their pattern really helps them blend in with their surroundings. Look at that threat pose. I think I surprised her. You can really see the bright yellow they have hiding underneath their legs. I decided to just toss the cricket to her, and she's an excellent catch. After a second cricket, it's time to put her back. Last and certainly not least, my orange baboon tarantula. She gets a bad reputation, but she spends 99% of her time hiding in her burrows. Let's see if she wants to eat. Now, I usually just toss the crickets in and let her catch them, but I wanted a good shot of her, so I kept it in the tongs, which she did not like. You can see her threat posture here, which is basically her telling us to back off. As long as we respect her body language, she won't escalate to more aggressive behavior. Once she realized I was just trying to feed her, she gently accepted the cricket, and she even sat out in the open and ate it, instead of hiding back in her burrow. Despite what people say about these tarantulas being evil or mean, they're actually just very shy and don't like being disturbed. That's why the most aggressive behavior you see on YouTube is often during an enclosure rehouse or cleaning, or by people who purposely antagonize them to get a reaction. I personally don't handle any of my tarantulas unless absolutely necessary, because I see no reason to cause them any added stress. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my tarantulas and maybe learned a few things about them as well. As always, I want to give a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters. Your contributions help my channel grow and allow me to give my animals a better quality of life. Who was your favorite invertebrate I showed off today? Let me know in the comments below. This isn't my entire collection, but a good portion of it. And if you want to see more videos like this, consider subscribing to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.